This ain't even Satou Sabally here in the picture, right here. Now, this is actually her. Let's watch this video. She scores 22 points to lead the Phoenix Mercury past the Las Vegas Aces, and it's a 76-70 victory in the very young WNBA season. So this game was from Sunday, June 15th. It looks like they're going to be playing Wednesday against the Sun. So let's watch this just a little bit, and I want you to know here. Look, this video is 4 minutes and 2 seconds. How Satou Sabally translates her uncanny basketball ability and whatever they were going to go on to say there. But look at how the video is 4 minutes and 2 seconds. Right there. And Arizona equals 42. 4 minutes and 2 seconds is like 42. Look at that right there. So let's watch this.
We're taking a closer look. Anyone who's seen her play.
Did they just say she shot 42%?
Scoring freshman in the league. She shoots 47%.
Oh, okay, my bad. All right, now let's take a look at her. Some highlights from this 22-point game here against the Aces. All right, let's watch a couple of buckets here. So look. This looks like it's her down in the post right here. Yep. You see she gets the ball, and that appears like it's going to be an easy basket. Decent defense, but not good enough. She wants the foul. You see she gets the basket on the bank there with the little put in. Now it looks like she's setting up for a pick here. And look, she's going to kind of roll to the basket. Now these defenders are like, uh-oh. Boop. They even have two people down there. Number 33 here, minimal effort here to try to stop the shot. And she doesn't even put her arm up. And that's another basket for Satou Sabally there. Satou Sabally. I was thinking the pro wrestler there. RIP. Look at this guy's got 22 on his jersey in the first row right here. And Satou Sabally has the 22 points. Look at that. We'll get more into that as we go forward, okay? So she can shoot. She can work down low. You see she gets the ball here, and I saw her. She drained a few threes. And here, this looks like a kind of a step back three right here. So what a nice performance here. 22 of your team's 76 points. And the bench is fired up as she drains the big three there. Okay, so I wanted you to see just some highlights of the character and get familiar a little bit with the character. Check it out right here. Now you know we're going to get into this code. I'll actually go to Canva and I'll show this over here on Canva. All right, so look at this right here. So she racks up 22 points. This is actually her first name, Alyssa Thomas. You see that? Out of Germany, it looks like. German-American professional basketball player. I don't know where she was born, but German-American professional basketball player for the Phoenix Mercury. Look at that. Alyssa Thomas. And I guess she goes by Satua. Look at that. Alyssa Thomas, 22 in the reduction cipher. Look, basketball equals 22. She scores 22 points in this victory against Vegas. And look at what I pulled out of the article here. The Mercury also scored twice as many points off turnovers, turning 22 Las Vegas turnovers into 22 points. You see that right there? Even Chelsea Gray, you see right here for Vegas, she had 20 points. So that's a lot of twos, isn't it? 22 points for Sabally. First name, 22 in the language. Basketball, 22. Chelsea Gray led the Aces with 20 points, like two. The Mercury scored 22 points off of 22 Las Vegas turnovers. You see that? Now, why does it say twice as many points off of turnovers? Wouldn't that be 44? Or am I wrong? But anyways, look at, they're giving us the 22s. It says turning 22 Las Vegas turnovers into 22 points. Isn't that wild? And then they put this character on the Associated Press article wearing the number 2, Kalia Copper, guard of the Phoenix Mercury. So they don't even put the main character, Satou Sabally. She's got 0 on her jersey there. But look, they don't even put her image with the article. They put Copper, number 2, and then they put this character on the Aces, and then they have Gray. Okay, there she is. It looks like defending the ball right there. So I got to go way over there to get a picture of her. But yeah, they put number 2 here. And I'm going to show you why I think this is the case, okay? Now let me open this up again. So you should see Canva here. So that number 2, because look, Tupac's birthday is still lingering. It was Monday. All right? And this game was Sunday. Tupac's birthday was the next day, Monday. Tupac. Remember we had the Bang Bang Pow Pow incident trending also in Minnesota. Minnesota is the home of the Twin Cities. You see that? So Tupac's birthday lingering one day after this game. Tupac with all the 22s and the 2s. Look at even up here in the comments or whatever. And look, that was 103 weeks ago. Q Johnson _2. Look at this image off of Instagram. Tupac in Las Vegas as the Mercury defeat the Las Vegas Aces in this game. You see that? Tupac shot and killed in Vegas. I mean, he was at least shot in Vegas. And he died like 6 days later. That's interesting because we're in the 6th month right now. And this was a 6-point victory by the Mercury. Wow, look at that. Not to mention, look, you add up the score 76-70, that's 146, and that's Donald Trump's birthday, the 14th day of the 6th month. And his birthday was 2 days before Tupac. And you know what? Look, we get double S's again here. Satou Sabally. Look at my last breakdown on the channel. Look, it was the Seattle Storm. Look at that with the double S's, man, again. The double S's land one more time, and you see it again right there. Wow. I mean, it's wild, isn't it? Okay, so yeah, this Tupac energy, you got the Las Vegas Aces. Tupac shot in Vegas. They put the number 2 jerseyed character on on the front of the article. Shout out Associated Press. You know, Satou Sabally gets the 22 points and all of that. Isn't that wild? Oh, her first name also has 85 like basketball, 41 like Mercury. Forgot to point that out. You see that right there? Look at that. So the Tupac energy lingers. And I still don't know how to get that little purple thing off the damn screen over there, whatever the hell. And again, you see 22 points, and that's not her. This is Copper, but that 2 on the jersey of Copper right there. And that's an interesting last name, Copper, as well. Right? So 22 points like Tupac. Tupac's birthday. Wow, he was almost born in 70. The Aces scored 70. That would have been wild. Okay, now look, Satou has 76 in the ordinal cipher. And her team picks up the victory, scoring 76 points. Look at that right there. Isn't that something else, right? She's got ball in her last name, like basketball. Look at that right there. Right? Even Satou Sabally has 176 in reverse. So you still get that 76. And her team with the victory scoring 76 points. Satou 76. Notice Satou Sabally in ordinal 148. Remember, Arizona's the 48th state. Phoenix Mercury 184. And Arizona equals 84. And remember that video we looked at, 4 minutes, 2 seconds, like 42. Arizona equals 42. Right? Phoenix Mercury has 67, which is 76 reversed. This is all with the language, okay? And what happened to Brittany Griner? Is she elsewhere now? She had the 42 on her jersey. Let's not forget that. And anytime you see a lot of these Arizona breakdowns, and you're going to see the 1 and the 5 because Arizona equals 105, right? Notice her birthday's in April too. April A, like Arizona. April 25th. Look, this game and this victory 51 days after her birthday. Satou Sabally. Look at that, 233. And that's the 51st prime number with this game 51 days after her birthday. Check that out. And I mentioned Arizona 105. Her last birthday, the 115th day of the year. So 115, 105, 51, 51. You like that? And look at her teammate. Let me go to the article here. So, Alyssa Thomas is her teammate. Look, they mentioned this right in the article. Alyssa Thomas added 14 points and 13 assists. Now look at Alyssa Thomas. Look at her birthday. April 12th. So her birthday is 13 days before Satou Sabally. Look at that. You see? April 25th for Sabally. And this is the next character they mentioned in the game. And you get 13 days before that, Alyssa Thomas. She's got the A like Arizona as well. Isn't that wild? And she played for the Connecticut Sun as well. That's the next opponent on Wednesday for the Mercury. And who's the counterpart to the Phoenix Mercury? It's the Phoenix Suns in the NBA. So you see how that works out? Now check this out. Look at Alyssa Thomas's birthday from right to left, 214. Look at from right to left. You see 214, 2, 1, and then the 4th month, Arizona's birthday is 214. Valentine's Day. You see that? Isn't that wild? That's wild, isn't it? So some of that was on the fly there. That's pretty amazing. Sammy Whitcomb added 18 points off the bench with her 4th three-pointer proving critical, coming just 13 seconds after Jewel Lloyd hit a three-pointer to bring the Aces within 3 points with a minute 37 to play. Kalea Copper, she scores 11 points. Man, there's a lot of copper mines out here in Arizona. For is there a lot of copper mines in Arizona? My family worked for a copper mine. Look at this. Arizona produces approximately 60% of the country's copper. As of that report, check that out. And you have this teammate here of the Mercury, Kalea Copper. Isn't that wild? Now the Phoenix Suns, the NBA counterpart, throughout history they've had many players with with Sun in their name, like Kevin Johnson, Joe Johnson, Eddie Johnson, Grayson Allen, and more. So I mean, this stuff is all with the language. Look, Kalea Copper's born in Philadelphia. The Mercury pick up the victory, scoring 76 points. Now you're thinking Philadelphia 76ers in the NBA. Even Charles Barkley, he came to the Phoenix Suns from the Philadelphia 76ers. Philadelphia PH, Phoenix PH. This stuff is all scripted, man. And there's probably something with Mercury. Where's Brittany Griner now? Is she on the Dream? She's got that 42, you see? Arizona equals 42. As she was on the Phoenix Mercury. Come on, man. She goes to Atlanta, A like Arizona. What are we doing here, man? You see that? She even has the 15 for USA. Remember, Arizona equals 105 like 15. All the 15s and 51s in this breakdown. Come on, dude. So I might start doing my Arizona breakdowns on this channel and just incorporating all of my decodings on this daily decodes 812. Because I mean, talk about completely banned over on uh A to Z decodes. So I may just narrow it down to one channel, but it's going to take a lot more than that to get me to actually stop. You know what I mean? It's going to take a lot. So the Mercury play the Sun, and that will be Wednesday. Okay. And this game I'm decoding now was Sunday, June 15th. Just to put that out there again. Look at all this stuff. Sun, Mercury, Sky, Wings, Storm, all stuff affiliated with Up Above. Isn't that wild? That's freaking wild, dude. Isn't that wild? I think that's wild. And that's Alyssa Thomas's former team right there. The Connecticut Sun. Look, she's born in Pennsylvania as well. She's born in Pennsylvania as well. The Mercury with the 76 points in this victory. Wild, huh? Even she got 25 on her jersey. Alyssa Thomas. Look, Satou Sabally's born on the 25th. Characters, man. complete characters here. That is wild. Man, that's wild. Okay, so I think my job is done here. So I'm bringing you A to Z decodes here on Daily Decodes 812, as this is a trending story regardless. But yes, I may continue my famous list, top 15 famous. I may continue that over on A to Z decodes and just bring all the trending decodes over here and just mix them in possibly, and just we'll get it all on one channel, as long as with some other breakdowns as well that I'm incorporating, character similarities, similar faces, similar names and such. So yeah, we may just incorporate it all over here. Satou Sabally, or I guess that's how it's pronounced. 22 points lead the Phoenix Mercury past the Las Vegas Aces. That Tupac connection was wild and undeniable. Once again, look his shirt there. That's almost the color of the Mercury, huh? You know what I mean? And possibly, possibly similar to that copper connection, possibly, but copper probably going to be a little bit more dark. But interesting, right? So kind of that orange shirt. That's very interesting. Oh, brother. Shout out to y'all. Until next time.